DFS lineups for week 1 in the NFL season, and we're here to help building those rosters by taking a look at the tight end position. Joining me now is SI's fantasy analyst Bill Enright and the editor of All 49ers, Grant Cohn. Grant, George Kittle is always a big focal point for San Francisco's offense. What do you expect to see from the tight end in week 1?
He's also a big focal point for the opposing defense. And last year when the Niners faced the Cardinals made it their business to do two things: stop the running game and do the best they could against Kittle. And Kyle Shanahan's so brilliant, he won't force it. I mean, he looked at that and said, okay, I'll throw to Deebo Samuel and Emmanuel Sanders all day. And the Niners moved the ball effortlessly through the air. This year, Deebo Samuel has been hurt. Emmanuel Sanders is out. I think the Niners may force feed George Kittle a little bit more this year than last year. And he's so good, he could have a big game even when a team is trying to shut him down. So he may actually have a better performance this year against Arizona than he did last year.
All right, well, Kittle sounds like a good one. But, Bill, who are some other tight ends DFS players should look to roster?
Yeah, so Grant says Jimmy G is going to force feed George Kittle. I'm on board with that. If you want to use him for your DFS lineups, it'll cost you. George Kittle is the most expensive tight end at $7,200. Another expensive tight end is Mark Andrews. He's worth it because he lit up the Cleveland Browns last year, scored 3 touchdowns, 10 catches, a combined 124 yards across in his 2 games against that AFC North rival. DraftKings has him priced at $6,000. If you want to go a little bit cheaper on the tight end position, look at Hayden Hurst and Dallas Goedert. Hurst is $4,300. I'm expecting a lot of points between the Falcons and Seahawks. The odds makers at DraftKings agree. That over-under is at 49. As for Goddard, he's $4,100 on DraftKings. And the Eagles are once again banged up at the receiver position. Just like last year, Alshon Jeffrey is going to be out. Rookie Jalen Reagor is not going to play. That puts J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Deshaun Jackson as the team's only starters. Caitlin, Goddard is going to get plenty of targets against the Washington football team, quite frankly, because Carson Wentz doesn't really have much of a choice. I mean, his options are very limited.
Sounds like Goddard's good to go for week 1. Bill, Grant, thank you both for your insight. For more on Sports Illustrated's daily fantasy sports coverage, get your SI Fantasy Pro membership for just $19.99 a month.